Hey guys, what's going on? Click Vision here, back with another video, and today we've got a video, more of a prediction video. We're going to be predicting the 2017 to 18 Seattle Seahawks NFL season game by game. I'm a Seahawks fan, which is why I'm doing this. Plus, everyone loves Seahawks. Totally obvious. Hopefully they go 16-0, but that's unrealistic. So, realistically speaking, let's see what my predictions are. Going game by game, starting with Week 1. So, Week 1. Seahawks got Green Bay on the road at Green Bay. It's noon game. Packers have always been a good team. And, whenever you play in Lambeau, the hostile environment, the whole, atmosphere really makes it's always going to be tough when you play there. So, whenever you play in Green Bay, you always have a chance of losing. But Green Bay really hasn't been as stacked recently as they have been, recent years. They have Aaron Rodgers, Clay Matthews, Jordy Nelson, but I don't think they have that good of an overall team. They have a good quarterback who's able to make plays, able to throw accurate balls, which, will result in a couple, touchdowns, and hopefully for the Seahawks, Aaron Rodgers doesn't have his game on, which could be the deciding factor in the game, really, if Aaron Rodgers doesn't have a good game, because they do have a good defense, led by Clay Matthews. But I'm thinking the Seahawks are going to get this W here, early on in the season. The first, bunch of games just aren't that intimidating, really, for the Seahawks. But Week 1 against the Packers is going to be a tough game on the road, Lambeau Field. I think the Seahawks will still win. They'll win it closer than most people would probably think. I think most people would probably think the Seahawks are gonna, or either the Seahawks are gonna win or the Packers are gonna win by a fairly significant margin, by 20 points or so. But I think the Seahawks are gonna win by 4 to 7 points. It's gonna be around 20-24, 17-24, 20-21, maybe really close, below 4 points. But I think it's gonna be a close game. But the Seahawks are gonna win. Start the season at 1-0. After a tough game at Lambeau Field, which should be a really big game if they can get the win. So Week 2 against the Niners is going to be probably a blowout, because the Niners have been really bad recently. They've been in rebuild mode for about 3-4 years. Ever since Harbaugh really left, they haven't been good. The last time they made the playoffs, I think, was when Harbaugh left, when they made the Super Bowl, I'm pretty sure. Maybe they waited after that, I don't remember. But they've been really bad for a couple years now. Chip Kelly, I think, got fired. They have a new quarterback, new head coach in. And their roster isn't stable at all. They really don't have a starting quarterback, I don't think. They have Blaine Gabbert. They have Christian Ponder on the team. They did draft a few big names. They had a first-round pick, obviously. I think it was 3rd overall. They traded away to get a 3rd pick, and obviously with the Bears, and obviously they got Mitch Trubisky with that pick, which I think was terrible. But they got Solomon Thomas, who I don't really know who this is. Solomon Thomas is like a big, I think he's a D tackle he's like a D tackle DN from Stanford. He's a big guy, and he's probably gonna be a good NFL player. I think he was the highest he's like 2nd highest overall player overall in the draft. So I would say that's a good pick, and Niners are good in the draft. So they do have a few big name rookies. I think they got Joe Williams too from Utah. So they have a lot of rookies, which usually rookies don't contribute as much to a team, especially if they're put into a really tough situation where they have to lead their team to greatness. But they have Blaine Gabbert, who did pretty decent. The last couple of weeks from last season. So if Blaine Gabbert's able to play well, this team could be decent, relatively decent. They could win 6, 7, maybe 8 games, but I don't think they're going to win against the Seahawks in CenturyLink home opener. It's going to be a blowout, probably 40-7, 35-point blowout about. Could even shut them out. Maybe they'll win 63-0. Could set a new franchise record and shut them out at the same time. So that'd be pretty interesting. Hopefully, they do blow them out. They don't get upset, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be a major blowout. CenturyLink Field in the home opener. So after the Niners, week 3, they're 2-0 still in my predictions, but in week 3 they got another easy opponent. I mean, I think the Titans are a similar situation than the Niners, except they do have a starting quarterback. They have Marcus Mariota, who I think is going to be great one day. He's been pretty good recently. He's a really good rookie. He had a decent second year, didn't regress at all. So this game might be closer. It's on the road too. I think it's at Tennessee. So every road game is going to be tough, and it's a noon game. But I still think the Seahawks are going to win. Titans might make the Seahawks, give the Seahawks a run for their money, because the Titans have been getting better over the years. They might actually make the playoffs this year. They almost, they were in the race for the playoffs, in the middle of the season last year. So they were a lot better than they were before. And before they were terrible. Now they've been decent. They were okay last year. This upcoming year, they'll probably win. I think they're going to win 10 games this year. So if they win 10 games again, that would most likely lead to a playoff spot, because they're in a really weak division with the Colts winning it a bunch of times. So and also the Texans, who've not been that good either. But if they're able to regroup, play well, they might give the Seahawks run for the money, not get blown out. I still think they're going to lose, but it's probably going to be, scores probably be around, they're going to lose, the Seahawks are going to win by 10 to 15 points. It's going to be close. It's going to be relatively close. I don't think they're going to really break away till the fourth quarter about. It's going to be a low-scoring game. I'd say 24-14 is going to be the final score, and they're just going to, they're going to be in the game pretty much the whole way through, and they're going to be decent, and if they're going to play weaker teams, they're going to beat them, and maybe finish division champion too, because they're in a really weak division, as I said before. So they're 3-0 now. Seahawks haven't really faced any tough opponents besides Packers in week 1, which I think is going to be the toughest opponent they see for a while. So week 4, Seahawks got the Colts. I think it's going to be kind of an easier game too. I don't think they're going to blow them out or anything like they did it's going to be a similar kind of game with the Titans, since both of them are similar teams, although they should not really have a problem against the Colts. I still think they're not going to blow them out or anything. It's going to be kind of relatively close. It's going to be similar to the Titans games. They're both AFC East opponents. AFC South opponents are both, but they are both in the weaker, pretty much the weakest, in my opinion, probably the weakest division in the NFL. So I think the Seahawks are going to win 30-20. It's going to be relatively close the whole way through, but the Seahawks are going to pull through and get the win. And yeah, stay undefeated on the year. They start out the year, 4-0, right? Yeah, 4-0. You get the win. It's also at home. It's also the first primetime game too. That's also notable. They have like 4 of the year. This is the first one. You'd think they have a primetime game against the Packers, but they don't. But yeah, they get the win here in Indianapolis. So week 5 against the Rams this time. They're at St. Louis. LA actually. I forgot. They're LA now. I think this is going to be the toughest game so far besides Packers. I think it might be more tougher than the Packers was. Last year they got destroyed back in LA. Their offense couldn't do anything. They lost, not by that much, but they didn't score any points pretty much. So this is going to be a tough game too. It's going to be similarly tough to how Green Bay was. It's going to be a tough defensive game. The players are really going to be really aggressive. It's rivalry kind of has built up between the Seahawks and the Rams. So it's going to be a good game. I think the Seahawks are going to lose this one. It's going to be their first loss of the year against the LA Rams. Keep thinking it's St. Louis, but it's LA. I think they're going to lose. Low scoring win again, 10-7. I'm going to say they're going to hold them. They're going to be really aggressive. They're going to want to hold them to a couple points, 7 points. That's it. Maybe Russell Wilson, like a 70-yard touchdown at the end of the game with like no time left. They lose 10-7. So first loss of the year comes to St. Louis in my book. So week 7, this time at the New York Giants. I think it's going to be yet again another defensive battle. But I think through the first 3 quarters it's going to be probably really low scoring game, really not a very exciting game. Usually I don't like watching defensive games, but eventually, like pretty much every other game, they've been playing against weaker offensive teams, stronger defensive teams like the Rams. Except for the Rams they lost to, in my predictions. But I think they're going to break away in the fourth quarter, score a couple touchdowns, and win the game. 21-7, I say. 7-7 in the fourth quarter, and they break away. Russell Wilson gets hot, scores a couple touchdowns, and they win the game in New York. So another AFC South opponent, their third of the year, Houston Texans at home. I think this is going to be a blowout. I'm going to say it right now. I think it's going to be a blowout. J.J. Watt is pretty much the only notable player I can think of on that team. They got rid of Brock Osweiler a little while ago because he was being really bad. He was really crappy for them. I don't know who the starting quarterback is right now. But like every other team in the AFC South, pretty much, they're a weaker team. And I think they're going to blow them out. I think Houston is going to be a little cocky going into this game. Maybe thinking about an upset. Maybe the people might be first place in the division, so they might have more arrogance going on. So I think they're going to lose, get it blown out by the Seahawks at home, 35-0. So week 9, this is the first NFC East opponent of the year. They have, first of 2 NFC East opponents in the year, I think. No, first of 3. Or no, this is second NFC East opponent. Washington Redskins. I'm thinking Washington Redskins might be the first place in the division at this point in the year. They're probably one of the stronger, if not the strongest teams in the NFC East, in my opinion. They have Kirk Cousins, they do have quarterback, and they do have a decent overall team. They have good chemistry, I think. So I'm thinking it's going to be a close game. I might think the Seahawks are going to get upset because this happened before with them when they played Dallas back in like 2013, and they ended up losing that game. They didn't really get blown out or anything, but they did lose the game. I think they were confident. I think the Seahawks were too confident in that game, so that's going to happen in this game. I think they're going to lose to the Redskins, which is hard to say because I hate the NFC East, but I think they're going to lose to the Redskins. Close game, I'd say 17-10. They're going to lose by 1 score, so not too much of a blowout, but they're going to lose nonetheless to the Redskins' second loss of the year. For the second primetime game of the year, it's actually back-to-back with another primetime game. This is Thursday Night Football, so it's like kind of the low-end primetime, but still. It's a divisional opponent. They're at Arizona, which is going to be, usually when they play, like, it's a crapshoot whenever they play any division opponent, even if it's a really bad one, because LA/St. Louis has been bad in recent years, but they always seem to lose to them. But this time they got the Cardinals in Arizona. Going to be another win, I think. It's going to be probably a shootout kind of thing like they did last year, and hopefully it won't be the end the same way where they both miss field goals. And that game was also in primetime, but Sunday night. So I'm thinking they're going to win. Really high-scoring game, 41-39, I'm going to say. Like game-winning field goal, 38-39. Wilson drives down the field, kicks it, and Hauschka, or whoever the kicker is now, because I think Hauschka's gone, kicks it, and they win the game, walk out with a win, and escape Arizona without losing. Okay, we're almost to the end. Week 11 this time. This is their final AFC South opponent. No, this is the NFC South opponent, not AFC South opponent. This is the Atlanta Falcons. At home, another primetime game, this time Monday night. I think it's their only Monday night game of the year. And I think it's going to be a win. They're going to beat the Falcons, probably blow them out. I'm going to say, I think they're going to blow them out. I think they're going to get revenge from last year. Not necessarily a big blowout, because Atlanta obviously played in the Super Bowl last year. They were a really good team. But I think it's going to be like 21-7. Not too big of a blowout, but I think it's going to be a comfortable win. So 21-7, primetime against Atlanta. Atlanta's a good team. I know that, but I don't think they're able to beat the Seahawks this year. Seahawks are probably going to be like extra motivation here because they knocked them out of the divisional round last year. But I think it's going to be extra motivation, so they're going to win by a comfortable amount. Not necessarily a blowout, but 21-7. It's going to be the final score. Week 12 this time against the San Francisco 49ers are at San Francisco this time, so I think it's going to be another blowout. San Francisco is obviously a weak team. They don't play too good anywhere, even if it's at home. Probably, I already talked about this team, so it's going to be quick. It's going to be 35-14, so not that big of a blowout, but still, it's a blowout. Week 13, this is their final NFC East opponent of the year. Actually, no, it's not their final. I can't stop saying that. Second to the last NFC East opponent of the year. This is the Philadelphia Eagles. Carson Wentz, decent rookie year. I don't know if he's still starting. But I think they're going to win this one. I'm going to say they're going to win this one. I'm going to say they're going to win it. Close game again. Probably 24-20. Moderately scored game. Seahawks get the win. At home against the Eagles. So there's another easy game, this time against Jacksonville in Jacksonville. So this would be an interesting one to watch because I don't think they've played in Jacksonville in a while. So it'd be fun to watch them play in Jacksonville just in the first place. it's going to be a win. I think it's going to be a win. Jacksonville doesn't have a lot of rookies. I mean, does have a lot of rookies, doesn't have a lot too many veterans. So it's going to be more of a, like, easy kind of a chill game for the Seahawks. They're going to probably not blow them out too bad. They're not going to want to beat them up too much. 21-7, I say, is the final score. 21-7, get the win against the Jacksonville Jaguars. Okay, the second time they played the LA Rams, this time at home, they're going to lose again. I'm going to say they're going to lose again to the Rams. They play actually worse against them at home. Like, whenever I watch them play at home against them, they just always get their butt smacked. So it's bad. So they're going to lose to the Rams. This is their third loss of the year against the Rams. Or third loss of the year overall is against the Rams. So tough game. They're probably going to lose. I say higher scoring than the last game, maybe 14-17. That's going to be the score. 14-17 against the Rams. They take the L. Third L of the year. Okay, this is the final NFC East opponent of the year. Dallas Cowboys. Dallas Cowboys are a lot better than they were in previous years. They have, obviously, the emergence of rookies Dak Prescott and Ezekiel Elliott, who have been absolute studs in their rookie seasons. They both should have won. They should have co-won the rookie MVP, rookie of the year. I don't even know if they did that. Did they do that? They should have done that if they didn't. But it's in Dallas, so it's going to be a tough game because Dallas is a good team. They've been really bad in recent years, but they are a good team this year. I think they're going to be a good team again. I think the Seahawks are still going to win, though. They're going to win probably fairly high-scoring game. I'd say 35-38 against Dallas, in Dallas. So tough game, but they're going to get the win in Dallas. So final game of the year against the Arizona Cardinals. At home, home closer, noon game. I think they're going to win. I think they're going to win against the Arizona Cardinals at home. Finish the season 13-3. It's a pretty decent record. If I didn't mess up my thing, I think they lost only 3 games, both to the 2 to the Rams and then to the Redskins, which is a surprising opponent to lose to. But they're going 13-3, right? Let me make sure. I'm going to go over my schedule and make sure. So I think they're going to beat the They're going to beat the Packers, beat the Niners, beat the Titans, beat the Colts, lose to the Rams, beat the Giants, beat the Texans, lose to the Redskins, beat the Cardinals, beat the Falcons, beat the Niners, beat the Eagles, beat the Jaguars, lose to the Rams, beat the Cowboys, beat the Cardinals. So yeah, I think they can beat the Cardinals, by the way. 17-10. Let's say that. 17-10, beat the Cardinals at home. They're 13-3 on the year. That's pretty good. Good enough for probably #1 seed, unless some other team emerges and does really good as well. But #1 in the postseason, #1 seed should lead them to hopefully another Super Bowl. But they're probably going to play, I want to say, Dallas in the championship game, conference championship game. So it should be interesting. And yeah, I think the Seahawks are going to do good this year. 13-3 after a slightly disappointing 10-6 record. Well, they did make it to the divisional round, which is an accomplishment on its own. But 13-3 on the year. Alright guys, thanks for watching. This took quite a while to look at, to record, but it was worth it. I think the Seahawks are still going to do good. But if you did enjoy the video, make sure to comment, like, and subscribe. And yeah, I will see you guys later.